raise my head in the morning, but tonight I'm gonna find a way.
Hey, good evening and welcome out to another edition of the Greg Tish Show. Tonight, our beer, it's right behind me, Sweetwater 420. We're going to meet with the great guys at Shula's. And actually, Alicia, tell us a little bit more about what we're going to do tonight with them.
Thanks, Greg. Hey, this is Alicia New, and tonight on The Spirit of Food, we have Jazzy Jazz, Jasmine Clements from Shula's. She's the Director of Business Development there at Shula's, and we have steak and find out exactly how she got involved in the hospitality business in the first place. So it's lots of fun. Stay tuned right here on The Greg Tish Show.
Sounds great. Oh, I absolutely love Shula's down at the Hotel Duval. Fantastic place. I'm going to sit down with Kirk Luchman, former Florida State University basketball player, and we're going to talk a little bit about Florida State basketball and about a very special kickball tournament that's coming up this weekend. And Marsha Dahl and I, we are in Midtown at Cabela's 10-year anniversary. I emceed, Marsha picked out the models, and we're going to show you the fun that we had there. So once again, welcome out to the Greg Tish Show. Sit back, relax. Let's take a look at the beer of the week from Atlanta, Georgia, and Sweetwater Brewery. It's Sweetwater 420.
Sometimes on a hot summer day, all you want is to relax by the water with a beer. When all you want is rest, relaxation, and a tan, nothing will quench your thirst quite like a Sweetwater 420. It's a tasty West Coast style extra pale ale accentuated with a stimulating hop character. First conceived in Sweetwater's Batcave on 4/20/1997, it's now a silver medal winner at both the Great American Beer Festival and the World Beer Cup. This kind beer keeps the wheels on the bus going round and round. 420 is part of our year-round lineup. Brewed with 2-row Munich and 40L malt and a heady dose of Cascade and Centennial hops, this beer features an alcohol by volume of 5.3% and measures in at a delightful 41 IBU. This beer has a deep golden color with a fizzy white head. The aroma features rich and sweet malts and complemented by a hint of citrusy hops. After one refreshing taste, it's evident that the malts and hops in Sweetwater 420 combine perfectly to create a well-balanced flavor. With a clean mouth feel and a crisp aftertaste reminiscent of pine and citrus, this beer is a sensational experience from start to finish. Sweetwater 420. Drink them if you got it.
The founders of America's 3 biggest pizza companies come from the Midwest. The founder of Marco's Pizza is also from the Midwest. Of Italy. Marco's, authentic Italian pizza.
When we need help, we know that we have a partner to get us through the tough times. The Capital Area Community Action Agency provides emergency services and assistance to struggling families. Big Bend families have benefited from business startup, on-the-job training programs, and so much more.
The agency made all the difference.
Providing long-term solutions for those in need. The Capital Area Community Action Agency, your partner, our community lifeline.
Hey, left Fifth Avenue Tap Room, came over here way out west. Kirk, what's going on? Got Kirk Luchman here, former Florida State basketball player, 93 to 97. So years?
It's okay. It's okay. I came in right after the Elite Eight team in '93. We had some fun my first few years. At least I had some fun, and then we got serious my senior year, and we did a 20-win season and lost to Michigan in the NIT. So can't complain. So
out of all those games and with Coach Kennedy,
that's right.
With all those games that you're involved with, what would be a game that not either you played in or that you witnessed, that something that you were there for? What would be one of those highlight games?
We had a couple, but I think my most favorite game ever was my junior year against North Carolina in Chapel Hill in the Dean Dome. It was their senior night, so it was their last home game of the season. And we went up there and we beat them on national television.
Wow.
That was pretty cool. And we weren't really good that year, so it was kind of one of those just luck of the draw type games. And we came out on fire, and Dickie V was calling the game, and we beat them down pretty good.
So tell us the experience of playing in the Dean Dome, because for people that have never been up there, just how amazing of an experience that is to just be in the stands. What's it like being courtside on the court?
Yeah, it's really awesome. Actually, the best part of the stadium is when you go to shoot around, because it's empty. You get to walk around, and the big booster section is all movie theater type seats, which are right on the court, which is just cool. It's just, you don't really see that, and it's probably the best lit gym I've ever played in, as far as lighting and shooting, and it's just a really, really nice stadium.
So tell me about how do you think Florida State this year? And I know we're a couple months out from basketball season and stuff, but what do you think the guys are going to look like this year after the success that they had last year? And almost a disappointing end to the season last year.
Yeah, a little disappointing. Lost to Cincinnati, hurt. They weren't as good as us. We kind of played down to them. But, those outgoing seniors, Luke Laux, David Stolkes, Xavier Gibson, they're the most winning senior class in the history of Florida State. So, those guys got it done. Coach Hamilton's done a great job. He's kind of pulled us out of the old Coach Robinson area where we were going 3-20. And now we're perennial NCAA tournament team, and we got an ACC championship. There's no one that should be complaining on the booster side. I know that.
Not at all. And maybe we'll start to fill up the Civic Center.
Maybe one day.
That's what that would be.
We'll get there.
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
It's other than, because we actually play basketball other than Duke and North Carolina at home. I don't know if everybody out there knew that, but we do. Obviously. Well, actually, I would compare our basketball fans to Miami football fans.
Ooh, that hurts. But you know what? It is a football school.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little bit of time for the fans to come around and see that there actually is another sport besides football in the great city of Tallahassee. And Coach Ham's doing a great job.
Now, where are you from? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in New Jersey.
Okay.
So I'm a damn Yankee. I'm one of those that came down and I stayed. So I appreciate the hospitality. I've been down here since '93.
So you never left after college? You just stuck around?
Yeah, I went overseas for a couple of years to play professionally.
Yeah, that's right. And you played in Germany, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I played in Germany.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's habit. I can't help it. I got beat too much as a kid, so it comes out naturally. I moved to Orlando for a few years as well, but I came back, and I'm glad to be back in Tallahassee.
Now, you're not on because you're one of our sponsors, but we thank you for being one of our sponsors.
Problem.
And since you're one of our sponsors, we'll do a plug for your wonderful pizza.
Thank you.
Tell us about Marco's Pizza and how you and Lewis got involved in that.
Marco's Pizza has actually been around for about 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a new brand. It was started up in the Toledo, Ohio area. By
Rockets.
Yeah, by a gentleman that came over from Italy direct. He made his pizza on fresh dough, fresh cheeses, and has built a pizza empire really. And the corporate people took Marco's countrywide a few years ago, and that's why it's new to everyone else. But in Toledo, it's been 30 years that we've been around.
Oh wow, it's some wonderful pizza, and your delivery drivers are probably some of the best that I've ever seen. This was before that he became a sponsor, but just awesome delivery drivers.
Well, thank you.
Tell us, I know that do you actually still eat your pizza, or do you just every once in a while? When you first got involved, were you eating it all the time? And
yeah, I love pizza.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
I got into the business for a reason, and I probably ate my own product 2 or 3 times a week for the first about year and a half, and I got up to a good sizable weight. So a few months ago, I decided I'm gonna cut back a little bit, and it's helped me lose some weight.
Do they have other products other than pizza that people can order?
We actually do. What I eat now is I eat our salads. We have great subs. We have chicken wings, cheesy bread. We have a dessert called a Cinna Square, which is I just stay away from, period, because it's so good. My wife still gets it all the time. She enjoys it, and so we have a wide breadth of products.
Now, we're involved with something that I think is pretty cool, and I'm not just saying that because we're involved with this, but I think that anybody out there, we've been talking about the last couple of weeks on the show, but actually this upcoming weekend, we're doing something with Lori Wilkie at the Clarn Country Club. Why don't you explain to everybody what we're involved with this?
Well, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be hosting the first annual Tallahassee Open Kickball Classic, and it's going to be benefiting a friend of mine, Aubrey Boyd. Aubrey was tragically hurt in a flag football accident back in '94, my sophomore year. He was upended and landed on his neck, and was paralyzed basically from the neck down.
Now, for everybody out there that's not aware of who Aubrey is, why don't you let everybody know who Aubrey is?
Yeah, Aubrey was a point guard at Florida State right before I came to school, and he was a highly touted 6'8" point guard, which back then was very unusual. Yeah. And he was a really good player for Coach Kennedy. And he's a great guy. I mean, after he left college, he went to go work in community centers to help little kids.
Oh, wow.
And that's what he was doing. He was playing football with a bunch of little kids, and just got hurt. So as a former Knoll basketball player, I think it's part of our job as Seminoles to help him out and make sure he has the funds to continue to live a good life.
Now, you can find all the information out about this on Facebook with the Tallahassee Kickball Open is where you can go on there. And we still need a couple teams, and it's only $400 for 15 people to sign up. And that's a double elimination tournament that we're doing something that's probably never been done in the country, but we're actually playing kickball on the fairways of a country club.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be so much fun.
I can't wait. It's going to be a unique experience for everyone. We're going to have a great time. We're all going to get some suntans. And it's just going to be a blast.
It will be. And then when you're not playing, that Killearn Country Club is opening up their pool to everybody that's involved with the tournament, and Cone Distributing is bringing out beer. So what better way to help a great former Seminole than to come out and just play kickball all day? And kickball now is not like kickball that you remember as an elementary school student. Kickball is now fast pitch. It's an amazingly competitive game. There's 50, 60,000 people playing leagues all across America and everything. It's a lot of fun. But I'm just looking forward to that. How's your team going to do? Because we're playing against each other.
Probably. I'm just hoping I don't pull a hamstring. That's my goal for the day. But we should be okay. A bunch of people from Marco's will be there, and also from the insurance company I work for, they'll be there, and it's going to be a blast.
It is. We've got the Tallahassee Seminole Club. I know they have a team. Our friends at Hotel Duval have a team. I've got a team. I think some of the people from the Kickball League I play in have a team. It's just going to be great. Kirk Luchman, find him on Facebook. Well, Marco's Pizza on Facebook.
Yep.
And then also your foundation.
Yep.
KASL, Castle Foundation. They're on Facebook. Yep. And also KASL or Castle Foundation on Twitter. Make sure you follow them. Make sure you follow them on Facebook. Great guy, Kirk.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you for everything. We'll see you out on the kickball field this Saturday.
You got it.
The founders of America's 3 biggest pizza companies are named Tom, Frank, and John. But Marco's Pizza has a founder named Pasquale, who was actually born in Italy. Marco's, authentic Italian pizza.
What is specialty coffee? Specialty coffee is what I'm about. It's me, striving to make that perfect cup, that perfect shot, that perfect roast, that perfect microphone, that perfect drink. Finding the unique flavors, unique tastes, unique aromas. Striving for balance, for quality, for consistency.
It's me, trying to share my passion, my dream, my experience, my knowledge, my appreciation for specialty coffee.
What is specialty coffee? It's me. It's blood, sweat, and tears. It's hard work. It's stressful. It takes lots of practice. A lot of time, a lot of patience. Research, a lot of roasts. Why?
Because great coffee doesn't just happen. Hey!
I'm Alicia New, and this is the Spirit of Food on the Greg Tish Show. Tonight I have Jazzy C with me from Hotel Duval, really, but we have the food of Shula's 347 Girl tonight. And how long have you been with Shula's 347? And
it's been
Hotel
almost
Duval?
2 years now.
Yeah?
Hanging on, just came on a little bit after we opened.
Well, you tell me a little bit about that while I dig into this food.
Okay. Well, I had started working in banking. You can eat away.
Yeah.
I'll talk along. But I started working in banking, and I liked the customer service aspect, but I'd always been a bartender. So I found that, something was missing every day when I went to work.
Right.
And one of my best friends, Denise, she worked at Hotel Duval, and she'd been there since opening, and she'd rave every day about how great Shula's was.
So that was here in Tallahassee then.
Hadn't left Tallahassee. I've been here about 10 years.
And Denise is the tall, she's like the gorgeous. She does weddings now for you guys.
She's our wedding coordinator now, so she's moved up the ranks too. But she helped open Shula's, and every time I talked to her, she'd talk about how great the hotel was and how awesome Shula's was, and I'm dreading going to work every day, so I was just upset. So I started working part-time as a hostess, and I loved it so much, even though I was making way less money. The spirit of Hotel Duval, the teamwork at Shula's, that I quit my job. And from hostess, I became a bartender and server, and then the business development manager position came open, and I jumped on it. So I have the opportunity to sell these great products, or the great steaks every day, but I have a great team.
One of the things that I love about people who are in the food industry is that almost everybody just fell into it somehow. Nobody starts out in college really going, I want to be in the food industry.
Exactly. I wasn't thinking I should be a hospitality major, political science major. I want to go save the world. But I find that every day that I'm at Hotel Duval, I provide something to someone. We make an individual experience. So.
Well, it's fun, and then you do so many things that are meaningful. Like you guys have had some great events there. What are some things that have meant the most to you, that have been sort of inspirational to you that you guys have hosted at Hotel Duval?
Well, the most fun is our top singles event. You have everyone come out, and everything, all these great bidders are bidding. It goes to charity.
Right.
So you have all the great people in Tallahassee come out and support their fellow single people trying to get settle down, but you're also raising money for charity.
Right.
And
do we ever really want to settle down, though? Is that
I have a date tonight, but
good luck with that.
Exactly. But everything we do is pretty much devoted to charity. We're active in the community with all of our cleanup events, and it's just, we've never had a single event where something didn't go back to Tallahassee.
Right. Well, one of the things I love about when you do events, they're very themed, and even from the food to the decorations, there's this great theme for the whole thing. Exactly. What's your favorite themed event that you guys have had so far?
Well, our New Year's Eve this past year was in Paris. New Year's in Paris. So we had the Moulin Rouge, and we had the dancers, and we just went over the top with everything: the food, the drinks, the decorations, and I really felt like people didn't feel like they're in Tallahassee. So, and that's what we tried. Every time you walk into the hotel, you don't want to feel like you're just everyday Tallahassee.
Well, you feel like it's it's just such a special atmosphere, I think. You know what I mean? That you walk in and you just automatically feel more sophisticated. I do anyway. I should stand up straighter.
Fluff my hair
act
a little
more sophisticated when I walk in.
Exactly.
And that's a great environment to work in too, for you guys, I'm sure. Now, tell me a little bit more too about, are you from Tallahassee, from this area, or did you come here to go to school?
I came here to go to school. I'm originally from Lake Charles, Louisiana. If you know where that is, that's strange. But then I grew up in Louisville, and I was trying to pick a school that I didn't want to be in Kentucky anymore. And I heard great things about FAMU, and it was free, and I jumped on the next plane and came out for school.
Now, how was it free for you?
I got a scholarship.
Okay.
So
what was your scholarship in?
I was national merit, so it was a national merit
you're smart. See, you're a smart cookie.
That's what they say.
That's why you're working at Hotel Duval.
That's debatable. But I started there and transferred to Florida State, and I've just stayed here ever since. So I love it.
How fun. And when you went to college, what did you think you were going to be at the end of the day?
Political science.
Political science.
I'm going to be a lawyer, and I'm going to represent everyone. I mean, that still could be my path in life.
Right.
I'm still young.
So you got your degree in political science then?
I'll be finished in May. Not quite.
Yeah, so you're working on it. Awesome.
Yes.
That's one thing I love is how people can move up from hostess to, sometimes it's a bartender, you know what I mean, that excels at what they do, and then they get promoted within the industry and become just the star like you are,
Well,
what you do.
Hospitality is one of those areas where anyone can be the top boss, because everyone has to start from the bottom.
Right.
If you don't know how to run it from the bottom, then how can you run it from the top? So Mark Bauer, he's was our GM. Now he's with Hunter and Hart Hospitality, but he started in valet and housekeeping.
Right.
And, now he's running the whole hospitality.
I didn't know he started housekeeping. Shut the front door.
He's done valet, he's done housekeeping, he's done every single job in the hotel.
That's so funny.
It's one of those things that you can respect when you have a problem, or he understands what you're doing.
Absolutely. He totally understands. That's very cool. And his wife, Pam, you work with her as well, right? Yeah.
Pam's one of my sales boss, so she is a spirit every day. I love going to work. And she's creative, and she has all the great ideas, and she just loves Hotel Duval more than anyone, so it rubs off on everyone she comes across.
Right. Well, I love the positivity, and I see that across the board when it comes to restaurants. You have to be very, very optimistic, I think, to go into the restaurant business, because food is perishable. You know what I mean? You have to be really brave and know how to order your food so that you don't, lose your shirt in the process.
Most restaurants don't make it outside the first year. And when we were opening, people were saying it would never work in Tallahassee. And our owners believed in it, and they went to our corporate Dave Shula and said, this is what we want to do. We want to make it different because we're different from all the other Shulas as well.
And you absolutely are. Tell everybody where they can find you guys.
Well, if you come into Hotel Duval, we're located in the lobby. We always recommend reservations, so the phone number is 224-6000. Valet is complimentary if you're eating with us, and then you can head upstairs to level 8 and enjoy the sunset.
Well, Jazzy, thank you for coming in today. This has been The Spirit of Food on the Greg Tish Show, and be sure to look them up on Shula's 347.
This is Kirk Luchman. You're watching The Greg Tish Show.
Midtown because Rena was having her 10-year anniversary, obviously. We had put together a fashion show. I auditioned the models and trained the models. A lot of them were mine already, but there were a handful that were new to me. But, a lot of them had their own friends from the stores that participated, which was good. Hey, get off the red carpet, Marsha doll. Rena's in the house.
I saw you over here.
I was telling them how fabulous Rena's hair salon, or Cabello's.
Thank you.
I haven't even had a glass of wine yet.
How about a beer?
No, I don't do beer. Maybe I'll learn.
Sweetwater.
Hanging around Greg Tish, but we'll see how that works out. But I was telling them it's collaboration between all the merchants down here and Rena and her fabulous ideas.
I couldn't have done it without Marsha.
Oh, yes, you could have. I came back from New York City for this one. I've been in New York for the last two.
I'm honored.
Yeah.
I'm honored to have you
well, I'll go back. But I'm going to stay for a couple of weeks because I've got to break these guys in for the Greg Tish Show. I got to be easy with them. Wait till they see the girls in bikinis with high heels on. They're going to be begging to have Marsha time.
Yes.
They're going to be like, Marsha doll, where are you today? They don't want to see me. They want to see the models.
I love it.
Oh, well, what can I say,
Thank you. Thank you for bringing your
Mwah.
mom.
We love you.
My friend Marsha Dahl with Marsha Dahl Models asked me to come out here tonight, and I've known Marsha for about 25 years. One of the first times I met her, her father owned a haberdashery in Perry, Florida, and where he sold cowboy boots. And she went to a place that was open before you were probably born, Sid's on North Monroe Street, or actually a steakhouse that was on North Monroe Street, and she sold cowboy boots in the lobby. And I bought one of my first cowboy boots from Marsha Dahl in Tallahassee, Florida. Wait a second, I got to spike my hair up. Marsha, they want me to do an impression of you. My best one, all right. That's fabulous downtown. I said, they just asked me to do an impression, and I said, Marsha Dahl? I said, fabulous downtown.
You got to do this. See, you got to go fabulous. Okay,
That's right.
No, start from the beginning.
It's 3 words. It's not one. It's fabulous.
You got to bend down and go with it.
She does it much better than I do, guys. So anyways, I love Marsha Dahl. I've known her. I told him about the boot story. You selling me my first pair of boots.
Oh, my goodness. Don't tell anybody that. You'll hurt my image.
Good evening. I'm Will McAvoy, and this is The Newsroom. It's not The Newsroom, and this is not HBO. This is a television channel you don't have to pay for. It's The Greg Tish Show, but I'm not named Greg Tish. My name is Eric Eggers, and they allowed me to close out the show tonight because I did not have previous responsibilities earlier in the evening. I'm also here to tell you that next week is going to be a really cool show. Greg Tish will be talking to Scott Maddox. He used to be the mayor. Now he's running for a position less important than the mayor. I'll be test driving Sierra Nevada's Torpedo Ale. It's an extra IPA. You'll find out what that means maybe next week. Marsha Dahl will be joining us not live, but from Miami, presumably with models or other attractive people that think you should look at them. And of course, Alicia will be cooking brunch at the mayor's house, but not for the mayor, for the mayor's wife. Her name is Jane, and she also eats. That's what they have in common. If you have any other questions, you should check out The Greg Tish Show on Facebook. Otherwise, thank you for making us a part of your Sunday night. We'll see you next week.
They can't stop us now. Raise my head in the morning, lift up and see an empty space. Man, the dreams, they all went the same, but tonight I'm gonna find a way